What's up, my friends? We are here, Hip Mobility Workshop. It's time to make your hips more flexible. We're gonna give everybody a couple of minutes to hop on. I know some of you are joining live. Some of you guys are watching the recording. Ooh, while we're waiting, I wanna see, oh, that's kind of cool. Do we have any fun? Whoa. That's kind of cool. Hi, friends. We're just giving everybody a couple of minutes to hop on. Can someone comment in the chat if you can hear me okay? It's raining super loud here, and I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me over the course of all of this rain. So just give me a comment in the chat. Ooh, look, sparkles. Give me a comment in the chat box if you can hear me okay. What is this thing? Should I do the entire thing like this? Oh my God, would it be so weird? Oh my God, ridiculous. I'm just waiting for someone to comment in the chat box. Hang on, how do I get out of this? There we go, back to normal. How do I get to my chats? There we go. Hi, friends. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you can hear me okay. Hello, hello. There's my chat box. Chat. Sometimes it does this thing where I can't see what anyone's typing, so I'm just going to check on my computer really quick. And then we will get this party started. Comment in the chat box right now if you have tight hips. Give me a tight hips in the chat if you're in the chat. Sweet. Okay, you guys can hear me. Amazing. I apparently can't see what you're saying, but I think that we are all used to that at this point. All right, let me just bust this guy open. See if I can see your comments this way. Yeah, there we are. Woo, woo. All right, my friends, we're gonna get this party started. So, we are talking today about hip mobility. So whether you want to get good at side surfing, maybe you're struggling with your crossovers, right? Whatever it is, I promise you that hip mobility is probably a huge piece of it. And I wanted to make this because it's something that I come across with nearly every single skater that I work with, is they have really tight hips. And it's a combination of, number one, knowing what to do, but number two, creating a habit and routine around hip mobility. Because let's be real, stretching your hips every once in a while is not going to get you flexible hips. Like doing it just randomly whenever you think about it isn't going to improve your hip flexibility. Look, we spend a lot of time sitting in chairs with our hips very tight together, and just think about the fact that you have to counteract all of that sitting and hip tightness, and you're not going to do that just by like randomly stretching your hips every once in a while. So there's a couple of different times that you should be thinking. Sorry, I'm just checking. If you see me like, I'm like checking the comments down here to make sure we're all on the same page. So there's a couple different times that I want you to be thinking about incorporating in hip flexibility, okay? Hip flexibility should be a daily practice in your life. You have clean, healthy teeth because you brush them several times a day. Hopefully you brush them. If you don't, you probably go to the dentist and spend a lot of money on not healthy teeth, okay? But when you brush them, when you create a routine around it, you know, you don't sit at home and go, should I brush my teeth this morning? I mean, I brushed them last night. Like, do I really need to? No, you brush your teeth because you know that part of maintaining dental health is brushing your teeth before you go to bed and brushing your teeth when you wake up in the morning. And if you're one of those extra special people, maybe you even brush your teeth after you eat. I'm not that person. I am a morning and an evening person. Floss once a day. It's plenty. But so creating a daily practice is really, really important. Okay, so you also want to have a pre and post practice hip stretching routine. And I'm going to just make it really easy on you. You can do the same stuff every single time. And I'm going to show you my top 5 hip stretches that you should be doing every freaking day for the rest of your life. Yes, every day for the rest of your life. but it doesn't take a long time. Okay, so this should be done at the beginning of practice. When you get to practice, maybe before you put your skates on. This should be done after practice when you're done, when you're all stretching together as a team. This is also something that should be done before you do your workouts, and it can also be done after you do your workouts. This is just for me personally. I have kept it so simple for myself that when it comes to my hip mobility, I literally just do the same 5 things. I do them before my workout, I do them after my workout. So I do them when I'm a little tighter, and then I do them when I'm real warm and squishy. Do them before roller derby practice, do them after roller derby practice. And then if I have no practice that day, I am doing them when I wake up in the morning. Some of these I do when I wake up in the morning anyways. But also, when you have a couple days a week of practice and you have a couple days a week off, a couple days a week of practice and a couple days a week of workout, I want you to consider that, you should have a rest day in there, but your rest day doesn't necessarily mean sit on your ass and do nothing. Rest days are a really great day to incorporate in yin yoga. If you've never done yin yoga, I want you to write down right now, yin yoga, Y-I-N yoga. Yin yoga primarily focuses on stretching your hips. Okay, so you can go on YouTube, you can find a million yin yoga hip stretches. They're tough. They're tough because you're holding the poses for a long time, but it is the only thing that you can do in order to open up your hips. Your hips are not something that you can just be like, whoop, whoop, okay, that's it. We have to really pour into them. So use your rest day as an active stretching day is a really, really great thing to do. So without further ado, I'm going to give you my 5 hip stretching routine. Originally, we were going to do this on my patio, but it has started pouring down rain, as it does here in Costa Rica in the rainy season. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're going to give it a go. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear me. So let's do it. So Katie says tight hips for sure. Christina says, yep. Post-baby birthing hips. Yep. I don't know anything about baby birthing hips, but I'm sure that I imagine they're very tight. All right, let's do it. Hang on, I'm bringing all my things with me. All right. Say hi to Uva. Say hi, Uva. Say hi to everybody. She's the cutest. She's my little rescue. I love her. She's only 5 months. All right. We're going to do it out here anyways. Screw this rain. All right. Here we go. So, first things first is the Malasana squat. So a Malasana squat, for those of you that are working on, if you're working on those side surfings, Malasana squat is going to be one of the number 1 things that you need to work on. This is also called a yogi squat. Oh, did I just kill my microphone? Hang on. There we go. We connected. Oh, we connected, y'all. So how you do this is you're going to stand with your feet hip width distance apart, maybe a little bit more, a little wider if you need to, really as wide as you need to get down there. And we're going to point our toes out, and you're going to sit down into this squat. Now you want to keep your feet on the ground, okay? You don't want to be here. You want to think about pressing your hips out as you sit down into this space. Putting your elbows into your knees, okay? And you can kind of twist side to side to find sort of that happy spot. You know, you might have to wiggle yourself around. And then once you get here, you're pressing your knees, your elbows into your knees, you're pressing your hands into each other, and we're really creating a deep stretch in the hips. Now, you don't want to be here with your butt up. I want you to think about keeping your butt down, keeping your chest high, and pressing into your elbows and your elbows into your knees. Okay, it's a great place to take some big deep breaths. And again, you can kind of wiggle from side to side. You're going to feel it right in here. So if we're working on that side surfing motion, this is one of the number 1 things you should be working on. Now, if your hip flexibility really sucks and you start here, I'm fine with you starting here. Another way that you can do this is find yourself like a pole or a post, and you can walk yourself down it. Okay, so if you're someone who really struggles, you can walk yourself down into that squat and keep your chest higher by holding on. Okay, as I'm doing this, make sure your knees aren't pressing in. I'm really pushing my knees out to the side, keeping my chest up nice and high. And I'm just holding it. Big deep breaths in this one, trust me. Now this is something, when I wake up in the morning, every single morning, a lot of times I'll take like my dogs for a walk to like the beach or something like that. Or if I'm just like at home getting ready before I go to the gym, a lot of times when I wake up in the morning, I'll just wake up, I'm gonna squat down, I'm gonna get into it, and then I'm gonna stand straight up, stretch down, get back into it, come back up. Like when I go to play fetch with my dog, a lot of times I'll just sit in my squat. Dog will bring me the ball, I grab the ball, I throw the ball. You want to be able to get really comfortable down in here, and it may take you a while. But it took me a long while to be just kind of comfortable sitting here. But it took me doing it every single day, okay? So your first one is a Malasana squat or a Malasana squat into the forward fold. Oh, it's so good. So that's your first one, Malasana squat. Second one is a high lunge with threading. So what this looks like is it's your good old-fashioned regular high lunge. We're gonna get ourselves into that high lunge position, right? Knee is at about a 90-degree angle. What I'm thinking about doing is not just staying in a static high lunge. What I'm actually gonna do, I don't know if you can see this back foot, is I'm gonna reach, if my left arm is back, I'm going to reach my left arm up, and then as I raise myself up onto my back toe, and then as I lower myself, I'm pulling my left arm to the side over my head. So come out of it, stretch. This is called threading. So dropping that back heel as I stretch over to the side. You'll feel this right in the front of your hip flexor. So you could do about 10 of these on each side. And then switch. Same thing, other side. So you're not lopsided, getting yourself into that position. Arm comes up, elbow up, and then my heel comes down, my arm goes over. Getting that extra stretch in. So good. So it's called threading, okay? It's an active hip stretch that's gonna open up the front of those hips. God, I hope that you guys can hear that. It sounds like a bomb just went off over here. Oh, Costa Rica thunder. Still going. Stand by. All right. So the next one we're getting into is a lizard lunge. So this is another one that's meant to be held for longer periods of time. So maybe during your day-to-day you get into this one for a little bit. But as you have that extra rest day, this is a great one to sit in for a while. In yin yoga, you sit in stretches for oftentimes 3 to 5 minutes. This is a great one to just get yourself in and stay in it. So how a lizard lunge works is we're gonna get ourselves down into a low lunge. You can do this with like a mat or something and put it under your knee, under that back knee. So I'm gonna put my knee down on the ground, bring my other foot out so I'm in like a lunging position, and then I'm gonna heel toe this foot maybe 3 or 4 inches so it's coming out to the side, okay? And then I'm gonna put my hands down in front of me. I'm gonna come onto the knife edge or the outer side of this foot, okay? So I'm coming out like this. And then slide that back foot back just a little bit out on the knife edge. You can either stay here. If you have yoga blocks, you can start to bring yourself down onto your elbows is another way that you can do it. And you're just gonna breathe. You could also just lower your arms. Now you're gonna feel this all the way across your hips. You should feel it up here, but also way deep down in that back leg, and really just breathing into it. really spending some time there. Notice when things start to get a little tighter, try to relax into it just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna give this to you to the side also. So what this should look like again, I'm gonna get my knee down on something soft and squishy, okay? Bringing my foot out. I'm gonna heel toe that foot out to the side onto the knife edge side of this foot. From here, I'm gonna slide that back leg back a little bit. Woo! And then you can either stay here, you could bring your elbows down on the blocks. If you're extra bendy, you can bring your elbow all the way down to the floor. But the goal is really just to breathe and sink. Because again, you know, when it comes to things, for example, like side surfing, this again is we're opening all of this up. We're making it easier for us to get down into this position. It's just another way to open all of this up, okay? And everybody's favorite, the figure four. Figure four is one of these ones. I think people talk about doing figure four a lot. I don't think people really get as deep into figure four as they need to. It's one that I know I avoided a long time. I'd be like, yeah, I'll get into a figure four. And I would do it like this. Let me show you. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you're one of these cheater people too. But you do your figure four, you put your foot up, and then you just grab behind your leg like this, okay? Now for some of you, this may be enough, but I'm willing to bet that for most of you, it's not. And so what I want you to do is actually lean your legs forward, put your hands around your shin, and now for a lot of us, it's like, holy shit, that's a lot, okay? Oh, I think my mic just went out, hang on. Come on, microphone. Okay, hopefully it went back on. But so what you want to be doing is wrapping your head. A yoga instructor be like, nah, dude, you're fucking cheating. So you want to really grab all the way in here and then strive to bring your shoulders down to the ground. So a good way to do this is to relax your neck and push your shin away. So you're actually going to feel a stretch in your traps at the same time as you're feeling a stretch in your legs. And then slowly making your way down to the floor, breathing into it. This is another one you want to stay in it way longer than you think that you should. Really set yourself a timer for like 3 minutes and just stay in it, because the more you can stretch these hips, because it takes a while for your hips to let go. Okay. And again, maybe some of you guys do have to start here, but I really encourage you, be brave, go here, and then slowly let that head come down. So again, these are the things that you should be doing every day. Every day you should be doing these. And you will be amazed at how much better you get, how much stretchier you get over time. So final one is Skandasanas. Which is basically an inner thigh stretch. So again, especially when it comes to things like crossovers, right? Where if you want to get like a really good deep crossover, you need to have a really strong and flexible inner thigh. So to do that, you want to focus on, so Skandasana is kind of like, it's like kind of like a lateral lunge. But how it's going to work is basically, I'm going to step side to side. I'm going to slide this leg out, and I'm leaning into this leg, but you're going to feel it all the way down through this inner thigh. Again, a good one to breathe into. We use a lot of inner thighs in roller derby, and we do not stretch them nearly enough. And then going to the other side, same thing. And as you get better at these, you want to start thinking about dropping the booty all the way down. You can bring the foot up, side to side. And if you get really good, you can stretch it out. Maybe start to bring this arm around, and the other one, holy shit. But if you're just starting out, this is great. It's a good place to start. Okay, so again, you'll notice we're really pulling this inner thigh. We're getting deep up into that groin. which is going to allow us to have such better open hips for roller derby. So, hopefully this is helpful. Comment in the chat box with, yes, this is helpful, if this is helpful. Your mission is to take these exercises and do them every single day for the next week, just the next week. Set yourself an alarm every morning, set yourself a reminder that goes off before practice, but just notice what happens when you commit to showing up and doing this stuff every day, because it does. If you want to have flexible hips, it's not going to happen by randomly doing something here or there. You know, it's kind of like if you want to be like a faster jammer, you can't just do agility ladders like one time and then think you're going to be faster. You have to do this stuff over and over and over again. So, hang on, I think I'm talking into my shirt. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So hopefully this is helpful. You're welcome, you guys. If you guys need any other support, whether it comes to workouts, nutrition, roller derby mindset, this is what Crash Course is for. We're just here to help elevate skaters, help you guys become MVPs, help you get those roster spots, because we just want to see the whole roller derby world kick more ass. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you do have questions about Crash Course, I think we have, what is this, September? Halfway through. Yep, I think we have like 4 or 5 more spots left for Crash Course right now. If you want to learn more about it, you can just comment below with I'm in, and I can send you over details on how to apply. And that's it. Have an awesome night. Go stretch those little hippies. See you later.